I think we ran into that with the North Dakota. A lot of the North Dakota guys couldn't make it down here because they got buried with snow. And had snow expected this weekend. As a matter of fact, somebody watching on Speed Shift TV mentioned that they were getting 8 inches of snow. I believe that's up in Jackson, Minnesota.
Well, here we go again. 15 laps in length are a feature. Back underway in the Sport Compact Division.
Well, a little better start that time. Still a lot of bumping out there as they get into turn number 1 and 2. That safety light on that quad down there in the infield threw me off just a little bit. That blinky, blinky, blinky down there in turn number 2. We'll see if we can get that turned off. Meanwhile, up front, your race leader is going to be 30K, Cole Critchow. Critchow, first one down in for lap number 2 on this shindig, or lap number 1, I should say, second time into turn number 1.
Yeah, Cole Critchow right now, that 30K, he's starting to pull away here. We've got a lot of laps left, though, as Critchow works his way down the front straightaway one more time with 13 to go. As you got the battle back there with Denny Berghan Jr. and Barry Taft for second. Taft drifting up high, Berghan up into second.
Good 3-wide battle back here into further into fields. Look, yeah, I thought we were going to have some contact. Somehow they hang on to it. Man, there's a lot of bobbing and weaving on the front straightaway. Great battle taking place for the number 3 spot right now. The 423 car ramping around there. That's Jake Newson, who had started back on the outside of row number 5.
Whoa! Look out, one into the wall hard.
Again.
Racing, but you don't want to turn too far right.
That doesn't hold true for front-wheel drive cars out. Yeah, Nick Lindblad.
Nicky Racer Lindblad. So he knows how to work on cars.
One to watch. We earlier on in the heat races, or was that a B main? But Thompson,
yeah,
that thing was a rocket ship. The number 15 currently sitting back here in the field just a little bit. But Tyler Thompson had started 18th on the field whenever we kicked this baby off, and he is well up from that right now.
Well, I was about ready to say that. Keep an eye on the 15 of Thompson, and also keep an eye on the blue 24R Dylan Richards. He's starting on the outside of the second row of double wides behind Critchow right now. Cole Critchow will set him down with 12 to go out of turn number 4. We are back underway. Green flag is waving high in the air.
Hot on his heels, though, the number 57 of Barry Taft. Taft up high on the racetrack looking for the cushion in a 4-cylinder. You don't often get to say that on a 3/8 mile track, but he found it. And again, we have some contact. One nosed into the wall down in turn number 1 and 2. See if he's able to back it up and continue on. They're watching him. Caution flag set to come out, and unfortunately, we're not throwing it. He's able to get it rolling again.
Well, here comes Thompson. He is on the move and on the hunt on the low side of the speedway. Dylan Richards working his way up on the high side of Berghan right now and right behind Taft as he runs fourth. Keep an eye, though. Thompson now swinging to the high side again.
Lap traffic going to be a factor as the 30K of Critchow takes her down into turn number 1 and 2. He's looking just a tick higher than what we see down there. It's almost like a rolling roadblock just ahead of these runners as we head out turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 car breakaway.
Critchow will set it down out of turn number 4 as he will try to maneuver around the lap traffic right now. Heading into turn number 1 goes Critchow. He pulls Taft along with him. Richards and Berghan will battle for third. Richards with the nose advantage heading down the back straightaway.
Into 423, Jake Newson right there watching on from the number 5 spot. Newson working just a little bit lower, lets it come out wide. I thought he was going to try to tuck it in. There's a little bit of traction to be found if you can get a low exit coming out turn number 4, but Newson gave that up. Thompson slices around the outside. Here comes the number 15 car from 18th all the way up to 5th right now.
He looks like he's got 6 cylinders in that thing. Here comes Thompson now working on the high side of Berghan, and look how fast he is getting out of turn number 4.
I'm telling you, that baby is super tuned. That's one of the things, though, too. Look at the ground effects on it and stuff like that. He obviously puts a lot of time in the race car, and as we all know, races are won in the shop, not necessarily on the track, and Thompson's got a lot of effort into that 25 car, making his way up through the field to the inside for the number 3 spot.
Yeah, look at him slice and dice down to the low side right there, working his way out of turn number 4. Critchow continues to lead. Taft runs second. It's Richards in third, but here comes Thompson. He is on the move. Look at him drift up high right there. Gets in front of Dylan Richards, gets a little love tap.
All-wheel drive. Maybe it's all-wheel drive. He drove that baby in low on the bottom side of the racetrack. It is point and shoot. The handling of that car is incredible. That's the difference between him and everyone else, is the thing gets through the corners so well. Watch Thompson. He'll dart down low on the racetrack, drive it up to the middle of it, get back on the gas again, and he's got the number 2 spot.
Here comes Dylan Richards shooting the gap between Berghan and Taft. He will overtake for third and file into the back bumper of Thompson. Heading out of turn number 4 right now, it is Creekow, followed by Thompson. Does Thompson have what it takes to get around Creekow now as they head into 1 with 4 to go?
We're going to find out. Dylan Richards had started back in the number 9 spot. Took him just a little bit longer to get up front, but he is there. And now Thompson starting to apply some pressure to Creekow down the back straightaway. Look at that move down to the inside. He'll run it deep into turn number 3, take it up across the racetrack, and look for the race lead out of turn number 4, the 15 car on the point.
Well, Thompson will now overtake Creekow for the lead. Richards running 3rd, Berghan running 4th, Taft back there in 5th, and now Richards is going to go to the high side of Creekow for 2nd.
Going to run down, upside down, Bubba Brown. Bubba off the pace a little bit. His car has slowed, but he's still putting it around the racetrack as he takes her out of turn number 4. Up front, it is Thompson showing the way down into the corner with just 2 laps to go. White flag the next time by.
Thompson will now separate Dylan Richards, seeing nothing but taillights. About a 5 to 6 car advantage right now for Thompson. Heading out of turn number 4, he will pick it up. White flag this time by.
That screech of the tires down there gets you every time, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It does me too. He's laying it in there, and that thing just howls through the corner. Unfortunately, he's cleared at the tail of the field. Up front, Thompson, not so much. He went from 18th to the number 1 spot, and the 15 car is going to take her through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag set to flying on this final night of the Beatrice Spring Nationals. It is going to be the number 15 of Tyler Thompson picking up the win.
So Tyler Thompson, the 15 out of Sioux City, Iowa. Boy, he came from 18th to take that win right there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that 24T car, every time he would go in, there's Tommy Etherton. He was in the back of the pack right there. Man, you'd hear those screaming tires, and it was just like, what do we got going?
Well, it was a lot of entertainment in that when just from the drop of the green for the 4 cylinders of Fury. So that'll move us into our Sport Mods coming up next. But first, the number 15 car down to victory lane. A little interview set to take place there with the Sioux City, Iowa runner Tyler Thompson.